You're listening to the Angry Marks Podcast Network.
It is April 26, 2018. It is another episode of the Impact Implosion here on the AngryMarks Podcast Network. As always, I am Seth Drake, and on the other end is the Kinshasa, the uppercut to my balls, Mr. Mike Poland.
Sound effect. That sounds more like Mortal Kombat in that shot.
And I'm actually, that was a Nakamura reference with him on AJ.
I speak no English.
Speak no English. I hit AJ in the balls. So yeah, the tapings, they've been going on. By the way, there's a few matches you might want to know. Madison Rayne is fighting for the Knockouts title at Slammiversary.
Against Su Yung.
Yes.
Because Taya can't wrestle in Canada for some reason.
No, because Taya and Tess have become throwaways, basically. They lost to both Madison Rayne.
Waste.
Allie and Rosemary have completely vanished. They got buried in freaking coffins. Pentagon Jr. lost his belt and is now feuding with Sami Callihan.
That could be interesting.
Eddie Edwards has turned heel.
Why?
Oh, after this show, after this week's Impact, we can tell you why. But first we can talk about Redemption.
Well, yeah, let's do that, because I didn't watch last week's, and you weren't around.
And we're going to skip last week's, because not much happened other than Johnny Mundo got a fucked up face. Got bleeding on his face.
We won't see him on these upcoming Metro tapings, I don't think.
No, we will not.
I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see him until they do the
tapings. Other bit of news I forgot to mention. Mr. BS Braxton Sutter has officially announced he's left the company.
Me.
Yeah, I don't see much care in that.
He really is the Mark Merrill in the relationship with Allie.
Yep, he's the... What'd you say again? He's the what?
The Mark Merrill.
Oh, the Mark Merrill. Yeah, he is that.
Except Merrill was the better worker of the two, but anyway.
Yeah, he was at some point. Yeah, for some reason, Vince wanted to, I'm actually going back to my, right now I'm trying to waste time because I'm trying to get to the Redemption results.
Redemption was a good show, but it kind of had its problems in parts.
Oh, it had its problems. Broadcast team was Josh Matthews and Don Callis.
I like Don Callis, but I'm not sure I like this announce team.
Yeah. Josh just began with a Daft Punk song. We're harder, we're better, we're faster, we're stronger.
Actually, I think that's Kanye West.
No, Kanye West sampled that fucking song.
Oh.
Yeah, that whole thing where he did that, yeah, he sampled Daft Punk. That's not his.
More reason why he's terrible, but anyway.
So the first match is Drago versus Aerostar.
Good. This was good. This is a throwback to the WCW Cruiserweight matches of old that used to
Problem is, Don Callis keeps doing some jabs at WWE for some fucking reason.
I bet you never worked with anybody this good in Stanford.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he worked with Jim Ross at one point.
He did.
Probably not a Jim Ross that cared, but he worked with Jim Ross nonetheless.
Yeah, Don Callis, isn't he? And there's a moment where Aerostar slipped on the ropes, but landed on his feet.
Wouldn't be the first slip on the ropes.
And then he wins with a springboard codebreaker that was not 100% accurate.
Well, yeah, I was going to say it looked botched.
Yeah, so he wins with that. By the way, I've seen better between these two.
I like these two, but yeah, this match is also kind of a throw-on match that they announced, I guess a week before. We have another throw-on match that we'll talk about later.
Then they're about to basically say that, we'll show the LAX, the feud between LAX and Eli Drake and Scott Steiner. Nope. They instead show Josh Matthews and Matt Sydal amicably split up.
Aww.
And then we go to the LAX clubhouse as Conan is missing.
More on that in a future Impact episode.
He got taken. He got apparently.
Yeah.
So now it's time for LAX against Eli Drake with new music, by the way, and Scott Steiner.
Slowed down version of his music.
Yep, everyone's got new belts, by the way. They brought some new belts, which looked nice. So this wasn't much of a match. All we got was a scary moment with Scott Steiner doing a Frankensteiner, which looked like he almost freaking hit his head.
He's 60. He should not be doing that.
He's 50-something years old, yeah. And Eli Drake with the gravy train, and now, yes, Eli Drake and 50-year-old Scott Steiner are tag champs. Not the call I would have made.
Champion in 2018.
Yeah, I wouldn't have called that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have made that call. But Pentagon Jr. promo with no subtitles, and then we get
I speak no English.
Yeah, well, he speaks little English, but doesn't need to. But yeah, 6-pack challenge match. Probably one of the two best matches on the show.
Brian Cage versus the X Division.
Brian Cage versus DJZ, Chocolate, Taiji Ishimori, Desmond Xavier. By the way, Ishimori has obviously gone to Impact instead of Noah, so wonder how Noah feels about that. Yeah, he's officially Impact now. And Trevor Lee and Xavier, I think I said his. And DJZ now has new braids, new like red and green stuff in the back of his head for some reason. And by the way, he does the fucking horn, which goes, and I'm like, yeah, that's going to get annoying if he continues doing that. So Brian Cage had a botch.
Yes,
where he went for a freaking moonsault, but
just falls.
Yeah. And then Brian Cage has a moment where he has Chocolate on, well, actually has Xavier on his back, and Chocolate tries to crossbody him. He catches Chocolate and he drops both of them, puts down both of them. A dual move.
Yeah, fall away slam, Samoan drop combination.
Yep.
I could get behind Cage doing the old Samoa Joe being in the X Division gimmick.
Yep.
Here.
Also, Desmond
right now.
Jay-Z did an awesome move where he DDT'd, where he did a springboard DDT off DJZ's back onto Trevor Lee.
You mean off Cage's back?
He hit DJZ. No, not Cage's back. It was DJZ, and he DDT'd Trevor Lee into Brian Cage and Taiji Ishimori.
What the hell? That was Don Callis' call all night.
Yeah. So, yeah, Brian Cage wins with a drill claw on Xavier. Fun match.
Yep, this is good, and this is the beginning of Cage going to the X Division, guys, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of dig that. They're going to kind of make him what Samoa Joe was in 2005.
Yeah, so backstage interview with Allie. She says she's not a paper champion and she will be fighting for herself.
I will have my redemption.
Then we get Taya Valkyrie versus Kira Hogan.
Because.
Woof on this match. It doesn't help that Tessa Blanchard decides to commentate and hijacks most of the commentary with bad stuff.
Now this match was not good and made worse by Tessa Blanchard being there.
This was bad. And Taya wins with the Road to Valhalla.
Kira Hogan is not good.
No,
she needs developmental or something.
I mean, she's attractive as hell, but she's kind of attractive. But and then we had Pete Williams backstage doing a Canadian math, and then Scott Steiner interferes him like.
I posted that video on YouTube.
What the fuck are you doing, man? Don't you know that? Oh, you were best when I was. Weren't you as great as I was? When you were me? And Petey's like, yeah. He's like, how's your wife? Didn't you? Wasn't your wife more attracted to you when you were me and stuff? He's like, and he's like, I'll see you at the Cracker Barrel, Scotty. And Scotty's like,
I love that guy.
Bring your wife.
I love that guy, even though he just tried to bury me.
I know, that's actually an old YouTube video where he goes up to Scotty and says, "Hi, Scotty. Hey, Scotty. Oh, fuck you, Petey." And he's like, you might have you seen the video where he does that? I
posted the highlight. I don't think I've seen that video, no.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, it's an old video from back in the day, before I think both of them were still in the company together, but back in 2009 or something, and he said, "Hey, what's up, Scotty? Yo, fuck you, Petey." and all he can do is open his mouth with a smile.
And on to this next match, which is him and
Obviously,
Seidel.
they're kind of friends. Obviously, they're ribbing each other.
Yep.
So, yeah, next match is, Seidel versus Petey Williams. I actually said in the tweet that it was Seidel versus Seidel.
Seidel versus Seidel.
Yep. By the way, this match was there.
It was a mid-show match.
Matt Sydal went for the shooting star press. Petey got the knees up, hit the Canadian Destroyer, but Matt went to the outside. And basically, they both tried their finishers, and they didn't get either one successful. And Matt Sydal won with the pump handle cradle.
Here it is, driver. No, that's something else.
Pump handle driver. Yeah, pump handle driver, whatever it is.
Pump handle driver.
Yeah. So, backstage interview now with Eddie Edwards, Moose, and Tommy Dreamer. Moose talks about how many plays he's been in the NFL. He's been ready for this hardcore style situation. Eddie Edwards can't wait to get his hands on OVE. And Tommy Dreamer
quotes Martin Luther King.
It says Martin Luther King would want to be here for some fucking reason.
He was drunk.
I know.
Probably.
I don't think Martin Luther King was a wrestling fan.
No. So,
time for the House of Hardcore Rules match. Eddie Edwards, Moose, Tommy Dreamer versus Sami Callihan and the Chris Brothers. OVE. They actually do an all-seeing eye, which forces Eddie to land his face on a chair.
Yep.
We have Moose taking a back to a freaking ladder, which that didn't feel good because he was going to send on somebody. They moved. So, yeah, he hit the fucking ladder.
I think he was going to do it to Sammy.
Yeah, I don't know who, but one of them moved. So there was a Boston Knee Party powerbomb combo by Eddie and Moose.
On the thumbtacks.
Oh yeah, on the fucking thumbtacks.
Which I'm not sure that would hurt more.
Why were they there? Because I think
OVE brought them in.
Yeah, no, I don't know why they brought them in for whatever. Yeah, for whatever fucking reason.
Who does that spot hurt more? The person taking a spot or the person doing it?
I don't know, because I don't think the tacks were in the right area.
Have to sell it like they were.
So Sammy does a get out of here finisher on Eddie. 2 count.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. And low blow and inside crater on Tommy Dreamer as Sammy gets the win. Then Eddie Edwards decides to beat up on Sami Callihan some more. Duct tapes him to the ring ropes. Yes, duct tape. Are you serious, folks? Really?
Are you serious?
Are you serious? Really? Duct tape?
Throwing people off cars?
Yeah. Eddie then beats Sammy with a cane. Refs try to stop him, but they all get hit with a fucking cane. Tommy just gets pushed back. And then
Alicia Edwards comes in.
Eddie Edwards hits his wife by accident. And the crowd chants wife beater.
And you have the long, awkward commentary for like 5 minutes.
Yes. So earlier today, we had a backstage interview with Phoenix. Then we had a backstage interview with Austin Aries. And then we have our knockout title match. Both these knockouts title matches kind of sucked.
They were filler, unfortunately.
Yeah. Allie does retain after a roll-up off the panic switch. Me and my friend did not like this.
I hope with Allie that they're writing her off to have her repackaged a little bit.
Oh yeah, this was or she's leaving the company, thank God. Not for her, but she might deserve better. So does Rosemary might deserve better than this shit.
Go to NXT.
I don't know, they're kind of filling up right now.
They got the Mae Young Classic coming back.
That is true, but Braxton asks Sue Young to marry him, and she denies him via red mist in the face and a mandible claw.
Muda!
By the way, Braxton Sutter's gone. Let's repeat that. He's gone!
And they buried him on the way out, too.
Yeah. Slammiversary will be in Toronto. Then it's
July 22nd, which seems really late.
I know, but it'll be in a nightclub, the Rebel Complex.
Which means they will draw 200 people.
No, actually, the building can draw 1,000.
Well, they won't draw 1,000.
I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, and now it's time for the main event, Austin Aries against Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix. Must suck for Aries because basically throughout this entire match, he's the third wheel.
Yep, he's the guy.
You're the world champion and you're the third wheel here. Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix are doing amazing shit. You're just there.
You're just there to eat up, get in, I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Here's the video. I think if they're and he does this big smile, and his eyes are high, his eyes bulge. Petey's eyes bulge, like, hey, Scott Snyder. Well, fuck you, Petey. So yeah, Pentagon Jr. does a freaking awesome gory special cradle pile driver onto both guys, and then hits his Pentagon driver for the finish for the win, and he's the world champion.
Good for him.
Pentagon Jr. is now technically the Lucha Underground champion and the world champion.
Until Tuesday.
Until Tuesday in the tapings or whenever they decide to air it.
Yep.
But yes, that was a good show. I gave it a B.
Yeah, that was a good, one of their better pay-per-views in a while.
Well, we've been holding.
Follow it up well, however.
Not follow it up well. Impact. Recap of Redemption. A redemption that these ratings have so far have rendered moot. Aries is in what is called a town hall meeting, but it's basically him with the Impact roster on the fucking stands, on the bleachers, trying to give a speech, and yes, he uses Steiner math. This feels a lot like Dixie's promo. He's making excuses. Everyone calls him out on it and leaves him. So yeah, I have this belt, and you're like, whatever. You have the grand title. Nobody gives a shit. So we start off the show with Trevor Lee versus Brian Cage. And Don Callis is upset about Caleb Conley not having a manager's license.
Pro wrestling, everybody.
And Trevor Lee bites Cage. That's the only real offense he gets, as Brian Cage just drill claws him for the win.
Next.
Then Eddie Edwards arrives to the show, and Dreamer's like, what the fuck are you doing here?
You should be with your wife. No, he's here tonight. Here.
And more that you think about this is extra dumb. So Eddie Edwards comes out, and yes, he wants the Chris brothers out, or he's going to go there and put their wives in the ICU.
Oh, boy, that'll make you look better by comparison.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Congratulations. You put your own wife in the ICU, and now you're threatening to put their wives in the ICU. Top notch, buddy.
And, by the way, you left your wife alone in the ICU. I wonder whatever will happen.
Chris brothers come out, Eddie attacks them, they outnumber him, and then he beats them back up. But he's about to do more with the cane. But, you see, Sami Callihan is in the same hospital as Alicia Edwards. Yeah, they're both in the same bed. So Sami Callihan got out of his bed into a wheelchair with a fucking IV, by the way, and goes to talk to her. He says, we need to talk.
How cheap is his hospital, by the way?
What?
How cheap is his hospital? They have two patients in the same bed for some reason.
Not in the same bed, but in the same area, the same hospital. They're not in the same bed. He's in a different room. But yeah, they're in the same fucking hospital.
Edwards.
Yeah, but they're in the same hospital. So this makes Eddie Edwards look extra stupid for leaving his wife alone, as Sammy's in the next fucking room, in one of the further rooms. Jeez, the guy might wake up and want to, have a word.
You're babyface, everybody.
You're idiot babyface, and I'm supposed to like Eddie for all of this.
You're supposed to feel sympathy for whatever reason.
Nope. Recap of the main event at Redemption. And then we get a moment of the week. The Steiner Brothers versus Team 3D in Elimination Tables match.
Bound for Glory 07.
Then we get a DJZ video package.
Yay, he's coming back next week.
Yeah, he's... God damn, my... fucking voice is going.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't know why. But time for Braxton Sutter versus Moose. By the way, Braxton Sutter's leaving, and Don Callis hates Moose being Mr. Impact, and keeps mentioning his NWA TNA match with Eric Watts.
Which, I know it happened because I remember it, but
yeah,
why? Nobody cares.
Don Callis won. It was a bet when Goldilocks turned heel.
And then she was never heard from again.
Oh, she was heard from again. She owned her at her own stable for a few weeks, but it was stupid. Anyways, Moose wins with a spear.
And then he wants to start the world title.
He says, congrats, Pentagon, on winning the world title, saying, I'm still Mr. Impact Wrestling. I plan on being the guy to take that belt. And Tapey
the guy who's lost more matches in the last year than he's won is Mr. Impact.
Somebody else is going to do that honor. So...
Shut up, Moose.
Backstage interview with Matt Sydal. He says he has all the third eye. And next week, he's going to fight Ishimori, but then Ishimori gets found beat up with an X left on him.
Uh-oh.
Yep. LAS Closehouse segment, still without Conan, and they're falling apart. They don't know what's going on with Homicide, and they don't know what's going on with Conan.
Who's King?
Yeah, and who's King? We haven't gotten a call from King yet. I've gotten a call back from King. So, Knockouts title match. Taya Valkyrie, after a win from Kira Hogan, gets a title shot against Allie, and Allie wins with the Code Breaker. Again, a nothing match.
And here comes Su Yung.
A bunch of undead bridesmaids with a coffin. And lights go out, lights back on. Su Yung attacks Allie from behind, hits her with an elevated pedigree. Then lights go back off and back on, and Rosemary's in the ring.
And this looks like a scene out of what is that? Oh, that movie. What is it? I can't remember it, but it looks like a scene out of that.
Then Su Yung uses the lights off, lights on trick to disappear. Then the same Slammiversary commercial we saw at Redemption.
Yay, they're going to be at a nightclub.
Then follow Buzz backstage, and KM says, I regret fast shaming you. I want to be your partner. And Buzz no. And they're like, well, we got a tag match next week. And he's like,
Well, then, I guess I got no choice.
Yeah. So Eddie Edwards arrives at the hospital, and Eddie's like, we're Sammy. And Alicia's like, he just wanted to talk. And he's like, why'd you talk to him? And then he goes, and Sammy is now in his bed resting. So Eddie decides to beat his ass up.
And there's no police in this hospital.
By the way, he has to be stopped by hospital workers who say the police are here, and Eddie tries to run.
You're babyface, everybody.
Sammy Callahan might be in his right mind to put a restraining order on this dude. Seriously. So then we get a video package of Johnny Impact and Congo Cat. And yes, this feud is about Jimmy Jacobs' hatred of Johnny Impact's pretty face. Then our main event. By the way,
we won't see any of these two guys on TV for the next month.
Well, we'll see Congo Cat, but by the way, because he's going to be in other matches and other storylines. So I guess Johnny Impact's gone. So yeah, Eli Drake and Scott Steiner defend their belts against LAX. We get a Steiner promo to start things off where he says he was trending number 6 worldwide, and I was like, I don't think you were. And then he says, oh, you talk about Conan being there. Well, Taco Bell had a sale on burritos, and you know where his allegiance goes to.
Racism. Stereotype.
Yes. And then, while this match is going on, it's a nothing match, commentators got word that Eddie Edwards got arrested. It's frightfully so. And Scott Steiner and Eli Drake retain. Eli Drake reverses the street sweeper attempt with a running power slam.
Yay.
So Eli Drake gets the mic. He says, we told you we were going to retain, and these tag titles are going nowhere. But, oh, wait, I got this world title briefcase. I'm going to be double champ, as it might be just about time to cash in. So I'm going to put on anyone who plans on being world champion on notice, and that is a fact of life. And Aries, he says, yeah, I got this grand title here, which he calls the real world title, because he says it's the man that makes the title, and it makes the grand title the top belt because he has it. That's not how it works. That is never how it works.
Delusional heel, everybody.
So yes, Eli Drake's like, do you believe this guy? I gained a belt. You lost the belt at Redemption. I don't care who wins the world title because I'm kicking someone's keister. But Aries, best of luck. Then Pentagon Jr. comes out. He raises the belt at Eli Drake. He says, Cero Miedo, before saying, listen here, Cero Miedo, or actually, no, pay close attention. And then he said Eli attacks Aries, Steiner attacks Pentagon, but both of them get sent to the floor. Both the world and grand champ try to raise their belts high in the air, but Pentagon's a bit bigger. And Eli Drake raises his briefcase on the outside, then Aries leaves, and Pentagon Jr. celebrates alone in the ring.
Boy, oh boy.
I was going to give this show an F and start drinking on the show, but I had a few, some stuff wasn't too bad this last segment, but no, this gets a D. If I have qualms about giving it an F, I'm not giving it an F. The show gets a D. It's a bad show. It's not good. And so, yeah, it was bad. Also, I forgot on the taping, Diamante returns.
Diamante!
Yep, she returned. And loses to Su Yung immediately.
Ha That's good.
Yep. So, yeah.
Yep.
Ba is now apparently on these Impact tapings is friends with Scott Steiner.
But he's fat.
I know. Some of the stupid things
continuity, everybody.
On tapings. Steiner is now okay with fat people.
Well then.
Yeah. Apparently.
That's fascinating. And on that note, you have anything to sell this week?
This Saturday will be the induction of Puppet Master, the 1989 Charles Band cult classic, which I do not particularly like. And after that, we will be beginning the Summer of Porn sequel. The third time, which will be first starting off with Flesh Gordon meets the Cosmic Cheerleaders. Flesh Gordon, yeah.
Oh,
did the first one last year. Yeah, Flesh.
Oh.
Oh, by the way, that whole Cage Seidel feud, it's going to lead to a Cage and Congo Kong feud.
That makes complete sense.
Yeah, Seidel retains.
Or is Seidel going to have Jacobs as his spiritual advisor now?
Yep. The new stable now.
Well, at least it makes more sense to Josh.
Yep. Jacobs and Congo Kong are with Seidel now.
Oh, boy.
And
on that note,
Miley, we are heading to bed.
good night, everybody.